Hi everyone, a cool and pleasant good afternoon to everyone. This is in front of you Pasham Pranay of 2nd CEC from Telangana Social Welfare Residential Center of Excellence, Ibrahimpatnam. Friends, before going to the topic, I would like to give a small dictum of our nation. Friends, our country consists of 121 crores of population. While comparing to the literacy rate, just we have only 74.4 literacy rate. Friends, is it enough for us? Is it enough? Friends, while comparing to other countries like America and China, even though they consist of vast number of population, they have outstanding literacy rate in their own country. Friends, while coming to our country situation, we consist of vast number of population, but our literacy rate is just with 74.4 literacy rate. In the world population, we secure top second place, but we have only 74.4 literacy rate. So, to increase the literacy rate, to bring back the changes in literacy rate, the government of India should be implement some policies, should be implement some programs which are related to educational system. So, friends, today I am here to explain you about highlights of National Education Policy. Friends, look at the screen. Highlights of National Education Policy 2019. Let's have a look at the agenda, which we meet in our topic. Introduction of National Education Policy, highlights of National Education Policy, foundation pillars of National Education Policy, and key changes proposed in National Education Policy. Finally, conclusion. Yeah friends, before going to introduction, I would like to express a few words of National Education Policy history. Yeah friends, the first National Education Policy was formulated under the Prime Ministership of Srimati Indira Gandhi in the year 1968. This is the first National Education Policy took place in the year 1968, but unfulfillment of this policy, the second policy is emerged in the year 1986 under the Prime Ministership of Rajiv Gandhi. Then this 1986 policy was remade by P.V. Narasimha Rao in the year 1992, who remade our India from the economic crisis. Yes friends, this is the history of National Education Policy. Then going to the introduction of National Education Policy. Before going to the introduction of National Education Policy, you may get some doubts like, what is this National Education Policy? What is this National Education Policy is for? Is it needed? With this National Education Policy, what are the changes will be occur? So friends, to know all about this, I am here to explain you about the National Education Policy. Just look at the screen friends. The National Education Policy NPE is formulated by the Government of India to promote education amongst people of India. This policy covers from elementary level education to college education in both rural and urban India. Yeah friends, this National Education Policy was formed by Government of India. This policy covers the people of India, entire country who exist in our country. And also this policy mainly covers from the elementary level of education to higher education. Yes friends, here elementary education means it consists of foundation level. Foundation level consists of 5 years including nursery to first and second grade classes. Then higher education consists of degree graduation with 4 years. In this middle we consist of pre-primary stage, preparatory stage and middle stage and secondary stage. So these all levels will be covered by this policy. This is covers from the place rural and urban area also. This is known as National Education Policy. Yeah friends, I think you can clearly understand about this National Education Policy. Then going to the second point in agenda, highlights of National Education Policy. Yeah friends, highlights of National Education Policy. Let's have a look at that. This is the highlights of national education policy. Then you may get strike another some doubts like, what are the highlights made in this national education policy? What may be the highlights? To know about these highlights, let's have a look. The new education is designed to meet changes dynamic. What is this changing dynamics? What the education is designed to meet changing dynamics? What are the great changes took in this national education policy? Yeah friends, the new education is designed to make dynamic changes, especially in terms of quality, research, innovation. Yes friends, these are the three major things. This will change and this will meet the dynamic changes in this national education policy. Then going to the second point, the policy aims at making India a knowledge superpower. Yes, what aims India a knowledge superpower country friends? It will make a knowledge superpower country with equipping the students with required knowledge, required skills. This should be needed. By these skills and knowledge, our India can be made as a super knowledge powerful country. Then going to that, the third point we meet in this agenda, foundation pillars of national education policy. What are the foundation pillars of the national education policy friends? Just a casual example. If I need to construct a house, it needs base, means it needs some pillars, 4 pillars. With that 4 pillars only we can construct a house strongly. So in this national education policy also we have 5 foundational pillars. Yes friends, we have 5 foundational pillars. They are access, equity, quality, affordability and accountability. These are the 5 foundational pillars in this national education policy friends. Okay, going to the first point, access of education. Access of education, universal access of education to all the groups. Yeah friends, the education provides all the group entire who exist in our country. Earlier there is no special focus on these type of groups. This year by this national education policy 2019, they mainly focus on these type of groups. What are the groups? Who were deprived of long years ago, like nomads, marginalized communities, economically backward communities, tribal communities. In that slide you can see that, going to the first picture, that consists of nomads. The second picture you can see that tribal communities. So third, that consists of marginalized communities. These 3 pictures you can see that they are long yearly deprived groups. For the special education, the access of special education did not focus upon them. But this time by this national education policy, the special and action access of education is provided for them, for these type of groups. Okay, then going to equity. Yeah friends, equity. Equity is nothing but fulfilling the diverse needs of different communities in the society to utilize their fullest potential is known as equity. Friends, in the first picture you can see that, take a casual example. If I want to see an IPL match, so I went to Uppal Stadium to see the match. So one person consists of 6 feet and another person consists of only 5 feet and other person consists of only 3 feet. So the first man can be visible. He can visible to see the match. So he is standing on his legs and he can see the match. So the second person, if we see, he can't see the match. So he is trying to see and he is grabbing the wall and seeing like this. So he can't see that one. So some support is produced to the member. So for the person, the support is given. He is then going to the third person, some more support is given to the third person. So by this support, they have equal height and they can see the match visibly. This is known as equity. Equity means being fair and impartial, known as equity. Yeah friends, this should be in our society. By this national education policy, some backward communities also, they provide reservations. Yeah friends, they provide reservations. Then going to the third point, quality. Quality of education is very, very important, friends. This is the major highlight in national education policy. Going to that, to convert the content based curriculum into concept based curriculum, and also the chalk and talk method should be replaced, and meaningful activity based learning experiences. Yeah friends, earlier we consist of content based method only, is nothing but monotonous lecture method. The teacher will carry a chalk in front of the blackboard and he will be explain going on and write going on the blackboard. So some of the students can't keep interest on the subject content, so they can't understand properly about the subject which was teaching by the lecture. So in this slide you can see that, friends, in this picture the sir is going on explaining with a monotonous lecture method. The students are being quiet in the class. Some of them are listening for the class, some of them bend their heads down and writing on. Then this is the content based method. Then going to the second picture, you can see that is the concept based curriculum. Yes friends, you can see that something is going on in that class. Yes, all are being engaged in that class, even through sir also helping them in some activities. This is known as real learning. Yeah friends, with monotonous lecture, it is not giving the full knowledge to the students. By this activity based learning method only, the students may get the content knowledge clearly. Yeah friends, by this content based method only, the students can understand complete about the knowledge, and these should be replaced with chalk and talk method. This should be replaced by activity based learning method. Then going to that fourth one, affordability. Affordability is very sad thing, friends. Why? Because even after 70 years of independence, quality education is not affordable by all in our country. The education should be affordable. It should be the nation should be give education as free education for us. It should not be a business. It should not be an activity, profitable activity. It should be a service. So they should provide the education as a universal service. This is known as affordability. So the final one is accountability. Accountability is nothing but answerable. After getting through education, a graduate or a postgraduate, he is not self-reliant. He is often not self-reliant on his own legs. Yes friends, after completing of undergraduation program and post-graduation program, he is not standing upon his own legs with his own job. They are always basing upon their family only. So that should be removed. So the accountability should be developed within the education system only. These accountability should be come through the education. So they have to learn about the concept of the subject. They have to learn how to live in the society. This should be come in the education system only. This is known as accountability. Then going to that, the finally point is key proposed changes in national education policy. Yeah friends, what are the key changes proposed in the national education policy? You may get, let's take another casual example. If we locked a door, to unlock it we need a key. With that key we will open the door. Then we will see some TV like sofa and dining hall, like that we will see in room casually. Then coming to this national education policy, if we unlock it, there will be a vibrant nation. We can see a powerful country, India, with 100% of literacy rate. So with these key changes proposed in this policy, we can see our nation as a vibrant country. Yeah friends, what are the key changes proposed in this national education policy? Let us know. They are ministry, curriculum, RTE Act, teacher education, higher education, institutions, and finally language. These are the 7 key changes proposed in the national education policy. Yeah friends, going to the first one, ministry. Ministry, you can see in the screen friends, Ministry of Human Resource and Development, MHRD, as Ministry of Education, MOE. This MHRD came into existence in the year of 1986 under the Prime Ministership of Rajiv Gandhi. This Ministry of Human Resource and Development consists of mainly 2 types. They are school education and literacy, and going to another department, higher education. These 2 departments consist of MHRD, known as Ministry of Human Resource and Development. Then it has been replaced by Ministry of Education, which was earlier in the period of Jawaharlal Nehru government. Yeah friends, this rechanging as MHRD into MOE. Then going to second one, curriculum. Look at the side friends, restructuring of school curriculum and pedagogy in a new 5+3+3+4 design. In the first picture you can see that the consists of 5 years foundation course, which includes nursery and primary and upper primary and first and second grades. Then going to the second picture, you can see that it consists of preparatory stage, including the grades 3rd and 4th and 5th classes. Then going to the third picture, you can see that it consists of middle stage, which includes the classes 6th, 7th, 8th. Finally, the secondary stage, which includes from 9th class to 12th grade. This is the design which came into existence by this policy with new design known as 5+3+3+4. Yeah friends, earlier it has with 10+2+3 system. 10 years consist of board exams and 2 years consist of public exams, 3 years consist of semester examination. So this is the old pedagogy. This is replaced as 5+3+3+4 curriculum. Yeah friends, then going to the next slide, RTE Act. Right to Education Act came into existence in the year of 2009. The main motto of RTE Act is free and compulsory education for the age groups of 6 to 14 years. Then this has been replaced by this policy with the age group of 3 to 18 years. Yeah friends, this covers the age group of 3 to 18, which earlier is 6 to 14. Then going to the down, ECCE, Early Childhood Care and Education. This is the major highlight of the national education policy. Yes friends, why? Because if we compare the government students and other people, in our governmental system we consist of Anganwadi centers. Anganwadi centers consist of from the education, they will not focus on education. They mainly focus on nutritioning of the children's food. Yeah, they will send to the Anganwadi system from the age group of 3 years. But going to see others, they will send their students to private schools, which way they will teach their pre-primary school classes like nursery, upper kindergarten, lower kindergarten and first and second grades. So that equality is not being here. So the government took a proposal. What is that? It means the ECCE should be developed in our education system. With this, the students can go to the Anganwadi systems with co-locating of Anganwadi system and child school systems also. They are including these pre-primary schools also. Yeah friends, then going to that another slide, look at this teacher education. Teacher education, the demand for teachers will increase in the coming years because the 4 years B.Ed means nothing but Bachelor of Education program for the teacher preparation will be offered for strengthened teacher education program as a undergraduate program. Yeah friends, Earlier B.Ed program consists of 2 years program. So now the key proposed is with 4 years of B.Ed program. With these 4 years of B.Ed program, the teacher will be with a full of skillful and full of professional, with motivated, and with all of the things which he needed in that program. It will be provided for the teacher education as a 4 years B.Ed program. Then they will have a greater demand up to 2030. These key changes will be proposed up to 2030 with a great demand for the teachers. Then going to that higher education. Friends, let us know about higher education. Our country consists of too many institutes like Indian Institute of Technologies, Indian Institute of Managements, National Institute of Technology, Indian Institute of Science and Research. These types of institutions we consist. But compared to the world-class universities like Oxford University, Cambridge Universities, etc., they are secured top 10 places. But what about our country? We are securing with 150th position. But why can't we secure the place with the top 10? Look at that, friends. Why we can't be with the top 10th position? So the Indian government is not focusing on education system, mainly higher education system. The research and high quality should be focused. The budget should be provided for the research. So the higher education is mainly focusing on 3 types nowadays. They are, let's look at the slide, friends. The 3 types should be focused on world-class research and high quality of teaching. And second type is given importance to high quality teaching across various disciplines with significant contribution to research. And third type is high quality teaching focused on undergraduate education. So these are the 3 types should be focused on higher education. Then our India will be secure the top 10 world-class universities. Now friends, then see that what is the government is going to implement to reach the world-class universities. The India government is going to implement 2 missions. The great 2 missions will be derived by the government of India. They are Mission Nalanda and Mission Takshashila. Mission Nalanda is with 500 high quality institutions and 100 scientific research institutions. So by these the major thing will be implemented in this our country, and the major change will be come within our country. Then going to Mission Takshashila. Mission Takshashila consists of 1 high quality scientific research for each and every district in our country. So by this they can meet our India as a vibrant India, and our country will be stand in the topmost position. Then going to the institutions. A new apex body is known as Rashtriya Shiksha Ayog. This was implemented by Government of India, and this is headed by Prime Minister Narendra Modi. In the state level also we call it as Rajya Shiksha Ayog. The Niti Ayog, the planning commission, will be coordinated between the state and central relationships, and they will provide educational programs and initiatives in the state within itself in central also. Then the private and public institutions will be treated on par, and education will remain a non-profitable activity. So the education should not be a profitable activity. It should be a serviceable. It should be a service to others. It should not be profitable. If we compare the private institutions, mainly they focus on uniform, guides, and also other co-curricular activities like swimming and tuitions. With all these they will impose some fees, high fees. By these fees the students can't join the institutions. So this should be not a business activity. It should not be business activity. It should be a non-profitable activity. Then only our India will become a great nation. Then going to that institutions, in that next language, promotion of Indian and classical language, set up 3 new institutional languages. Look at the screen, friends. The institutions which are going to implement by the government of India is, one is Pali and Persian, Prakrit. These are the 3 classical language institutions which are shows the culture and heritage of the country. And also another institution, friends, that is Indian Institute of Translation and Interpretation, IITI. This is also implementing by the government of India to bring back our language, to bring back our culture and heritage language. Then going to that 3-language formula. You all of them know 3-language formula. It was also implemented in the early year. 3-language formula shows that this was mainly first criticized by Tamil Nadu Chief Minister Annadurai from Dravida Munnetra Kazhagam party. So even though India consists of lot of population but high population with speaking Hindi language only. So you can see in that side, friends, the red colored consists of Hindi speaking states and yellow color consists of regional language speaking states and the blue consists of English speaking states. So in that, the non-Hindi speaking students should be learn a regional language perfectly and English and Hindi as a national language. And going to that, the Hindi speaking students should be learn a modern language apart from Hindi and English. This is the 3-language formula for the Hindi speaking states and non-Hindi speaking states. Then finally, friends, my conclusion is these are the key concepts of National Education Policy 2019, and also these are the highlights of National Education Policy, and these highlights have paved the way for a new and vibrant India. So by these key changes proposed by the National Education Policy, the India will be made as a new vibrant India. We can see a colorful India. Then let us have a summary. The first National Education Policy was introduced in which year, friends? 1968. Then the second National Education Policy was introduced in the year 1986, and the 1986 Education Policy was modified in the year 1992. What are the key changes are going in the National Education Policy, friends? MHRD into MOE, and also the curriculum from the early year, which consists of 10 plus 2 plus 3 is going to replace with 5 plus 3 plus 3 plus 4. Then again going to the RT Act, which consists of age group from 6 to 14 years will be changed as 3 to 18 years. And also ECCE, Early Childhood Care and Education, consists with Anganwadi education and with pre-primary schools. The Anganwadi is mainly focused on nutrition and pre-primary schools focus on education, with these two co-locating this system with known as ECCE. Then friends, and also the final thing is introducing of 3 national institutions. They are known as Pali, Parisian and Prakrit, Indian Institute of National Technology and Interpretation, IITI. Then another thing is they are going to introduce the 3-language formula newly also, and our India is going to take up new 2 missions. They are Mission Nalanda and Mission Takshashila. So this will make the key changes in our national education policy as a vibrant India. So I finally conclude that I thankful to our TSAT network for giving this memorable opportunity in my life, and also I thankful for Telangana Social for Residential Institutions and my beloved R.S. Praveen Kumar sir, and finally the Telangana government. So thank you.